Hello YouTube, and welcome back to, welcome back to my channel. I can't exactly say World of Warships right at the moment, but I am, I am going over the World of Warships developer blog for the update 7.12, and it's got some rather interesting information that, for a change, I feel I should discuss and share with everybody in a little bit more of a formal developer bulletin kind of scroll through posting video. At the end of the video there will be a battle for you all to watch, so don't worry, there will still be some excitement for you all while I continue discussing everything. But overall, I think it's, again, definitely some information very much worth sharing here. Again, this is the developer bulletin for the 7.12 update, so there are some things that might change here, and I certainly hope they do, because we kind of need a little bit more information. First off, we have the In the Name of His Highness campaign coming up, which is going to take the place of the Royal Navy campaign upon its conclusion on the time of the update. And this is going to have some rather interesting rewards for it. Now, it is going to work the same way as the Royal Navy campaign, but one of the things that I've been noticing specifically here is that you have the chance of earning the Prince Eitel Friedrich, the Tier 6 premium German battleship from this, which is a ship I've been hearing some rather interesting things about. But I think it's definitely going to be interesting having the chance of getting her for free, or at least for some reasonable discounts per the conclusion of this event. So we are kind of waiting a little bit more on details for that. There is also another collection coming in for the new year, and it's going to have 16 elements with 4 sections, kind of like we've gotten familiar with for a number of the other collections that they've had running. And it definitely looks like it's going to be interesting trying to collect it, but there are no more details there in the rewards really either. And of course, they are also putting in a campaign for the Prince Eitel Friedrich, which, upon working through it and finishing it, you do have the chance of earning a permanent camouflage for the Prince Eitel Friedrich, and it is capable of being run in Tier 6 ships, it can get you Tier 6 ships with New Year's themed camouflages, so it looks promising also in its own regard. But here's where things get interesting. In the premium shop, upon the coming of the update, you will be able to purchase a campaign for earning steel. Now, granted, that's not the only thing you can earn, but that's the big one that everybody's going on about. Because the steel, honestly, this is something that you can only get through clan battles and ranked battles right at the moment. So this is a huge deal for players who cannot regularly get into ranked or clan battles for whatever reason. And this is definitely something I think a lot of players, especially if they're paying attention to any of this at all, will have access to. And I'm sure that they will be very happy to get. Just because steel is not something that's easy to get, not by a long shot, and there are some very reasonable ships, from what I understand, that are locked behind this wall that is steel. So, yeah, there's a whole lot going on here that really, in some ways it has some of the community contributors up at arms. And it's also got a lot of long-standing elitist players who are also going to be up at arms, I'm sure. But for casual players like myself, this is a godsend. Because, granted, in my case, things are a little bit different. I've tried my hand at ranked battles. I've tried to get into clan battles. Now, as far as clan battles go, I swear, anytime clan battles come up in my clan, that is the easiest way to clear out the chat log as fast as possible. It's like, clan battles get mentioned and everybody just disappears. It's not for lack of trying. I know that there are several members within my clan who are interested in trying to get clan battles going. We just can't get the people for it. And ranked, well, I'll talk about that a little bit later on. The other thing that's coming up is this Snowflakes initiative, which also has some rather interesting ramifications. Upon the release of Update 7.12, all ships, to my understanding, will have the capability of having a snowflake pop up on its ship description in the carousel, which this snowflake, depending on the tier, specifically tiers 6 through 7 have the capability of earning coal, while tier 8 through 10 can receive steel. And this can be rewarded for just winning a battle in any game mode except for clan and training battle modes. And you can get steel and coal for knocking these snowflakes off. Now, I'm not even going to get into the whole controversy that is calling this the Snowflake Initiative, I guess, but this is another nice thing for us casual players, because guess what? This means that we have another means by which we can probably earn steel in-game, and damn, bring it on. Now, again, this is something that has a lot of, I guess I could say interesting fallout coming, but again, I'm curious to see what kind of details get worked out on this. We currently do not know what exactly the offerings are going to be as far as steel for these battle finishings, and we don't know how much coal is going to be given either. Now, granted, the other thing that's a little bit vague in here is talking about this will only be refreshed every update. So I'm not entirely sure what they mean by update. Are we talking like a daily update, or are we talking the monthly update or monthly patch updates? So that's something that kind of needs a little bit more clarification, is what kind of interval are we talking here? The other thing is we do need details on how much is actually going to be given for completing these battles, because obviously we do not want people going straight up to Stalingrad within the first iteration of this. I think that would be stupid on Wargaming's part, and it would be stupid on the any number of levels, just because why would you do this for something that is so valuable? And this is where I kind of have to get into a couple of the other community contributor fallouts that have been out there, specifically NoZoop4U's channel, because he's going on and on and on talking about, oh my god, everybody's going to be able to suddenly get the Stalingrad right now as soon as this all comes out. That's basically the tone he was taking, at least. And the only thing I can really think listening to his video on this was, oh my god, dude, sit back, take a chill pill. We don't even have any details yet. Wait for details. If it's something extreme, then you can go off about it. Right now, sit back and let it go for now. Yeah. Anyway, just moving on from there, we do have Ranked Sprint coming up again, which when it was running, it was definitely interesting. You saw my rank 5 round. And, well, it was definitely interesting, but I certainly wish that they would offer some steel for, like, rank 2 or rank 1 there, even if it's just a pittance, just to give players a little bit more incentive to get up to the higher ranks there. But that is what it is. I think it, again, we'll be interested to see what the details are there. Here's the next big one. which is the Warships premium account that they are proposing. And this also has some rather interesting ramifications, because one of the things that they are talking about, first off, this is going to grant an extra 15% per battle over the general premium account. That's really about the only change going for the Warships specific premium account. But they haven't said anything regarding whether or not this account is going to cost more or cost the same as the general premium account, so that's something I'm interested in waiting for also. But here's the big thing. Right down here at the bottom we have this disclaimers that there will be no extra charge for having this special premium account basically added to your Warships account at the current duration seen by all players in-game currently. At least those who have one, at any rate. And this is where I kind of have to raise my eyebrows a little bit, because there are two ways this can be seen. One, announcing it this early can be seen as a money grab from the perspective of players suddenly crash diving to purchase substantial amounts of premium time before this comes out, or you've got players waiting to see if the Warships premium account is more valuable for less money when it comes around. But either way, I think Wargaming would be a little bit smarter if they were to limit the amount of time that this switchover would be done to a month, just as a trial basis, because when you look at it from my perspective, I've got over a year of premium time. So technically speaking, I don't have to spend a dime to have this special premium account for over a year. So yeah, kind of curious to see where that's going to go. There are some minor balance changes coming up. Tier 3 to Tier 9 US battleships will have decreased rudder shifts and improved repair parties. The Friedrich der Grosse will get a buff to its main battery guns, and the Miyogi and the Izumo are also going to be getting buffs to their main battery guns. And, well, that is what it is. Personally, I'm not terribly interested in these balance changes. They seem like they're small, just little nitpicky things. Granted, they're buffing a ship that I already have in the case of the FDG and just about all the US battleships, but again, we'll see. And of course, they are also making some minor change. Well, I can't exactly say minor, some drastic changes to the Okinawa map, which I'm on the fence on how that's going to go. But anyway, coming back to talking about everything with the steel changes, and kind of explaining things a little bit better in regards to that as far as my viewpoint. As I've mentioned already, No Zoop for You was going on about everybody suddenly being able to get the Stalingrad and making it sound like everybody's going to be able to get it right out the window, right now. Oh my god, the entire server is going to be flooded with Stalingrads. Nobody's going to run anything else. Hold the phone, dude. First off, the Stalingrad is worth, I think it's 28,000 steel right now. Now, this is a Tier 10 premium Russian... I can't remember if it's a battle cruiser or a battleship right offhand. All I know is that, by everything that I've heard, it is extremely overpowered, and it's actually been dominant in clan matches, ranked battles, so on and so forth, for that very reason. And basically anybody who's gotten one is using it to roll over the opposition. Now, this is where I kind of have to call foul on more than one level. First off, if Wargaming's offering enough steel for all of these missions and initiatives that they've got coming up, where people would be able to get the Stalingrad in one go, say from zero steel to Stalingrad, that would be just downright stupid. So I don't think they're going to do that. I would be very amazed and, I dare say, even disappointed if they were to actually do that. The other thing to kind of think about here is, are they even going to make the offerings substantial enough where you can actually get all the way to any of the steel ships, for that matter? Now, personally, I have no interest in the Stalingrad. I'm not even really interested in the Burgon or the Black either, which are the other steel ships currently on the market. The one and only steel ship that I'm honestly interested in is the Flint. And my interest in that is even just for the simple fact that I'm curious to see how it would perform in the Tier 7 operations, using that smoke charge in place of the radar. I have no desire for a Russian premium ship where it's so overpowered that nobody can really do anything with it or do anything against it. I actually like having a bit of a challenge in some of my matches. The other thing is, again, the Burgon, the Black, I have no interest in them. They are either up-tiered or down-tiered versions of ships that are already in the game. Granted, the Flint isn't much different from the Atlanta, but it's got a little bit of its own special gimmick as opposed to something else. And that's actually my sole interest in it. Besides that, the only real interest I have in Seal is, okay, it helps me grind out coal a little bit faster for some of the coal ships, which I might be interested in. But even at that, right now, I'm only holding off on using my coal for anything because I'm waiting to see what goes on with the Alaska. Or gaming. Would be nice to have some details on that, by the way. But breaking away from that, part of why this is such a big deal is because there are a lot of casual players, including myself, who've been clamoring for ways to get steel, mainly because ranked and clan battles are, in a number of ways, inaccessible to us. I mean, me, personally, I have a full-time job. I'm limited. I, at best, have one day a week where I can get into clan battles, and, well, if my clan isn't actually in clan battles, I'm SOL. And, forgive me, I'm not going to do the legwork to even try to get into a clan that does run clan battles. I actually enjoy working with some of the people in my clan, and I really do not want to leave it to have this chance at something that may still take me forever to grind. The other thing is that the ranked battles, the ranked season, the last several ranked seasons have all been Tier 8, Tier 10 with no variability. When I first joined the game, you actually had the option of Tier 6 to Tier 8, and I thought that was reasonable because you got a whole lot of variability in experience. Whereas the Tier 8s to Tier 10s, everybody's practically unicum level, especially on the competitive level like ranked matches. So, not putting too fine a point on it, let's just say ow right off the bat. I tried getting involved in the last official ranked season, and I actually gave up at about rank 15. And the reason I gave up was because, first off, I made it up to rank 14, and then I just started hitting a major nasty losing streak. I lost all of the stars that got me up to rank 14, and I lost all of the stars at rank 15 down to 0. I think I had something like 10 matches in a row that were just downright losses. And unfortunately, I am not a good enough player to get to the top of the scoreboard to save my star, and even then, why is that even a thing? That's beside the point. I just got very, very fed up with going through the ranked matches to the point that honestly, unless they change up the format for the official ranked battles, I probably will not take part in ranked battles again, just because it is so disparate a situation, so difficult to advance, so difficult to move on, when so many other of the regular competitive players are in there at the higher tiers, used to the ships, used to the best ships for the mode for that matter, and just steamrolling over everybody. So yeah, it's an issue that I really will get heated about. So it also kind of has me looking at No Zoop for You and some of the other players trying to shoot down all this for giving just the casual players steel and saying, dude, sit down, shut up, let us have something good. You don't even know how much they're actually going to be giving us yet. I will be amazed if they even give players enough to get up to, say, the Flint in one go, let alone the Stalingrad. And again, as I've said before, if they open up the ability for players to get up to the Stalingrad off the bat, that's just downright stupid. But anyway, all that having been said, that's my 2 cents on all of this, and you have a little bit more information on the developer blog as well from the perspective of a casual, not competitive player or paid to comments CC who has to, I guess I could say, temper his words a little bit. Anyway, I'll let you all go. Have a nice night, happy hunting, stay safe, take care, and please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I am still growing, still trying to keep things going, and I hope you all enjoy what I'm putting out. Catch y'all later.